And welcome to my another new video. So today I will explain basically a different topic, not any programming language. Okay, so basically in my YouTube channel you will find all the explanation is about the programming language Python or something, but today I will explain a different topic called database, basically, which is very important topic to crack an interview along with the programming language. Okay, so the interviewer always want some knowledge about database. So today the reason for making this video is basically for to know you guys, to explain you guys about something about the database. Okay, so basically in this video I will explain you what different types of database languages are there, and also I will execute some queries also in the DB SQLite, so that it is crystal clear for you how the queries is working, some beginner level queries. Okay, then in the next video I will explain you how join works. Okay, so basically if I go to the PDF part, you will see so first of all I will start with what is a database. Okay, I will provide you this PDF file, so don't need to worry about that. You will thoroughly read all the lines. Okay, and if you have any problem, just know me in comments. Okay, so database is basically a system, that a software system that enables the creation, that allows the user to create, retrieve, store, okay, and organize the data in a structured and efficient manner. Okay, so basically it is a central database system where all the users can access the data and fetch the data in a very easy manner. Okay, so basically before DBMS, before introducing database management system, what is there? There is a file based system. Okay, so I have provided a video. You will find a video in my channel also, like how we can store and like how we can create and store and retrieve data from a CSV file also. CSV file I have implemented by using Python. Okay, so you will see I'm storing it in CSV file. So whatever file based system is like storing the data in a CSV file, or in a text file or in a data file. Okay, so in that case, like the creation and fetching the data is very easy, so there is no problem, but linking between two data or linking between two tables is very much difficult in file based system. That's why database, sorry, DBMS is introduced, where we can easily link two tables with the help of foreign key. Okay, so you will see I will show you how the foreign key works. I will show you when I'm executing the, when I will execute the query in the DB SQLite. Okay, so now I will explain some this whole thing. Some part I will skip because I will provide the PDF. Okay, you will go through it, and if you have any doubt, you can ask me in comments. Okay, so now SQL part. So I will explain you some database languages. So what is DDL? First, database language is data definition language. What is it? It is basically used to define or change the structure of the database. Okay, like creating a table or modify the table or deleting a table, that part, this part. So these are the commands which are included in this table, like which are included in this language, that is create command. What create command does is basically used to create a new table or a database. Alter is basically for modifying the existing table what we have created earlier. Drop is basically used to delete a table or a database, and truncate is basically used to delete all the records from the database, from the table, not the whole, not the table itself, but all the records which are stored in the table, that will be deleted with the help of truncate command. Now another language is there, that is data manipulation language. What it does, from the name only you can understand, like it is basically used to manipulate the records which is stored inside the table, like used to, these are the commands like insert, sorry, select, insert, update, delete. Insert is basically used to add records in a table. Modify, update is basically used to modify existing data which is already stored in the table, and delete is basically used to remove what particular data from the table. Okay, but select is, select falls under this category, but it also falls under another one category, that is data query language, because basically it is not for manipulation, it is for fetching the data from the table or the database. If you see this, like data query language used only for querying data for the database, like for fetching the data from the database. So that's why select is used to fetch the data from one or more tables. Okay, so select is often grouped in data manipulation language, okay, or DML, but sometimes it's separated by DQL for clarity also. If you go through this PDF, you can understand whole thing. I have mentioned all the things, whatever is included in the database, all the thing. If you go through it minutely, you can understand. Okay, so data manipulation language we have completed. Now we come to the data control language. So what is that? It is used to control the access to the database. So like who can access the database? Okay, and like who can access the data from the database or the from the table? Okay, that's what it is telling. And there are commands. Sorry, commands called common DCL commands called grant for permission, give permission to the user. By the help of grant command, we can give a permission to the user. For revoke, we can take back the permission from the user. And another language is transaction control language, basically very important for managing transactions. So what is transaction? Transaction is basically used to group SQL command. A group of SQL operations is basically called a transaction in together. So there are commands called commit to save the changes made by the transaction. So whatever SQL queries you have fired, till then you can save with the help of commit command. And rollback means you can undo the changes if you have done anything wrong. Save point means a save point is there when you have fired the query. Till that point you can save that. Okay, so now select. These are the different clause select, how select works, how where clause works. Basically used to fetch records with the help of condition. Some condition will be provided, and with the help of that you can fetch the record. Okay, particular record. Okay, so you can look after this. Group by clause is also there. I will provide you the PDF, don't need to worry about that. So now I will come to this notepad, and I will create a library database management system by firing the commands, firing the queries, database queries. And I will show you how these queries are executed. Okay, how the tables are created, how we can update the table, how we can store the records in the tables with the help of query. Okay, so now I will go to my SQLite browser. Okay, so basically I've chosen SQLite because I'm working with Django. Okay, Python Django framework. So basically when I'm creating the Django project, automatically Django provides the SQLite database. Okay, for that I've used SQLite only to practice. Okay, the SQL queries. Okay, you can use any type of SQL. Like SQL you can use PostgreSQL also. Later I will migrate it through in PostgreSQL also. Okay, so let's first of all, what I need to do, you will see data structure, database structure is not there, browse data, there is nothing, execute queries, it is nothing. So first of all, what I need to do, I need to create a database. Okay, new database. If I choose the database, I need to select the path. So first of all, where is my path? So I will go to the documents and Python app and Python practice, and you will see database folder is there. So I will select and I will name it library DB. Okay, library DB. And if I press save, you will see my database is created. It is telling to create a table. Okay, I will create it later. Okay, now we will see in the database structure, it is showing tables is 0, means there is no table. Browse data, there is no tables, only how will the data will come execute. Here is the place where I can execute database queries. Whatever we have to create a table, we have to store the records in the table, whatever queries we will fire here. Okay, and the result will come here. Okay, and these are the, and when we are fetching the data from the database, the output will come here. Okay, now there is 0 tables. Okay, so first of all I need to create a table. Okay, so if I go to my notepad, basically now I will explain you what the library management system looks like. Basically, first of all, the member should be there in the library. Means the member, some users need to take the membership of the library, so that who will borrow the book. Okay, or to read the book. So this is the member table. Okay, so you will see member has the ID primary, which is a primary key and auto incremented. As much we can add the members, the ID will be auto incremented. Okay, and it will be unique. And then full name, email, phone number I have taken as text. There is a reason, I will tell you later. Okay, If the phone number is very larger, then it will be problematic if we declare it as a number. Okay, and it will be unique. And membership type, the membership, the user can be of different type. Okay, can be student, can be teacher, can be guest. Okay, for that to mention that I have used in. Okay, okay, this is a basically membership type. Okay, and now, and it cannot be null. Okay, the user need to provide it. Okay, now next takes current stamp, timestamp, basically, which will be stored in the joined at column or the attribute. Okay, so what is that? Basically, when the user is taking the membership, that date and time will be shown in this column. Okay, so if I copy it and paste it in here where I will execute it, and if I press the run button, you will see query is executed, execution finished without errors. And if I go to the data structure, you will see two tables are there. By default SQLite sequence is provided, we need to ignore that, but members table is created. Okay, and if I expand it, you will see the attributes. Okay, the ID is there, full name, email, phone number is there, membership time, the membership can be of different types, the member can be of different types, student, teacher, or guest, and join that. When it will be auto generated when the user take the membership in the library. Okay, and if I go to browse data, there is no data in the member table still now. Okay, first of all I will create all the tables. So there is a member table I have created. Now in a library there may be books, multiple books are there. So okay, so that's why we need to create the book table also. So if I copy it, and before that like firing the query, so I will explain you that ID, book also has a ID also, and title is also there, author is also there, who written the book. Okay, and category, the book is of which type, which type, like it is of programming language book, it is of history book, this type of thing. And total copies, how many total copies are available in the library, and also available copies, how many copies are available, basically that also we need to take care of that. And also when the book is created, or when the book is came to the library, that date and time also will be present at the added at. Okay, so if I copy it and if I paste it, and execute it, you will see execution finished, another table is created. Okay, with the name of books, and there are attributes, these are the attributes. And if I go to browse data, and you will see I will go to books table, there is no data because I have not inserted any records into any table. Okay, now if I go to, there are many, another table is there, means borrow records, means the member would borrow the books also. So there will be also a unique borrow records ID will be there, borrow ID will be there, member ID. From where we are fetching, the base table. So means the table, member table and the books table are the base tables, and these are the table finds, table borrow records, these are the child table, which will access the members ID and the book ID. And this member ID and book ID will work as a foreign key. Okay, okay, this member, how we will get the member? With the help of the base table member, and the book with the help of base table books. That's why these are the foreign keys, this will act as a foreign key. Okay, so borrow date, like when the user taking the book, that will be also like the date will be also come. And also due date, by the specific timely date the member need to return the book to the library, that date also will be specified. Return status, if the book is returned or not. If it is borrowed, like by default it is borrowed. Okay, but if the user returned it, then the status will be returned. And these are the foreign keys. And with the delete cascade, what is delete cascade? Mean if a particular user with the unique ID, particular user or the member with the unique ID is deleted, then all the records from child class also it will deleted. It is getting deleted. That's why delete cascade. Okay, so if I copy this table, then go to here and execute SQL query, and if I paste here and run it, our borrow table is also getting created, borrow records. And if I browse there, no records will be there. Okay, you will see no records is there. Now if I go for find, if the member does not return the book at the specific time limit, then fine will be charged. Okay, so ID. This also has a unique ID, fine ID, where their fine amount will be there, how much fine will be like the member need to give to the library. That amount will be specified. Okay, fine status. If the payment is pending, by default it will be pending. But if the member paid the fine, then the status will be paid. Generated at when the member paid the fine, and also foreign key. Borrow ID will be now for this table. This borrow ID will be the base table, and this is the child table. Fine will be the child table. Okay, now here the borrow ID will act as a foreign key. Okay, from like which member does not return the book, that will be fetched from the borrowed ID. Okay, and after that fine will be issued for that member, and for like in the book ID will also be dated. Okay, so if I copy this fine table and if I paste it in SQLite execute query, okay, and if I run it, I will see execution done. Okay, and if I browse check the database structure, you will see 5 tables are there, 4 tables, mainly 4 tables. SQLite sequence will be by default come, and we need to ignore that. Okay, so fines there, fine table is there, member table is there, borrow records is there, book borrow records table is there, books table is there. That means I have created all the tables. Now we will insert data into each table. Okay, so if I go to that, so for members we need to insert table. So first of all I will copy the whole thing. So if I write the commands one by one, it will be it takes many time and the video will be very long. Okay, and I also show you how we can insert multiple records, bulk records at a time. Okay, for members and books we need to write insert into books, then the fields name and then values, then we are providing. But you can use like this way also, what I have done in the borrowed record, also insert into with the fields name and then values, you can give like this way for inserting bulky. Okay, so you can apply it for books also and for members also. I'm not done, I didn't get time, that's why I have not done. For the borrowed records I have done. Okay, so that's why I'm just copying this, and if I execute it, you will see for the member part, for in the member table we will have 3 records. Okay, if I execute it, so execution finished without error. That's why when you will go to browse data and you will go to the member table, you will see 3 records are there. 3 records we have, sorry, I have inserted. Okay, you'll see phone number and join that. It is by default it is given. Okay, with the date and time when that when these members took the membership, and these are the membership type, means Rahul Sharma is a student, Priya Das is a teacher, Amit Roy is a guest. Okay, like I've inserted 3 details or records in a member table. Now I will insert the records in the book table. Okay, if I copy it, this is the syntax or the query for inserting. Okay, so if you insert multiple records at a time, that also I will show you. Okay, don't need to worry about that. If I do it, and you will see in the book table also 3 books is added. Okay, the title is Python Basics, Database Concepts, Database Structures is there, author is John Smith, Thomas Connolly, Mark Allen. Category, what I'm telling about the categories, first is for programming, second is database category, third is for computer science, and added at when this book is added to the library, the date and type is provided. Now I will insert the borrow records. Inside borrow records I will not use this part. Okay, I will not write individually this, I will write this directly. Okay, for inserting bulky records you can apply it for books also and for members also for inserting. Okay, and if I copy it and if I execute it, before executing, first of all I will execute it. I have executed. Okay, now 3 data is inserted into the borrow book. Okay, borrow records. Okay, that means 3 members have borrowed some book. Okay, first of all see the ID1, the member with the ID member ID1 borrowed first book of ID1. ID2 member borrowed ID2 book. That means books are borrowed. Okay, now you will see in the members part, sorry, in the books part, there is field, 2 fields are there. sorry, two columns or attributes are there, total copies and available copies. Okay, the total copies is 10, available copies is also 10. That means no one, still now no one does not borrowed any book. But you will see in the borrowed record now three persons have borrowed three different books. That means in the book part the available copies need to be decreased by one. So for that we need to update that available copies. So I will show you how we can update. So these are the update syntax. Okay, so if I copy it, so if I look carefully, update books, set available copies equals to available copies minus 1. Whatever books is there, I need to decrease it by 1 because three users or members have borrowed the books. Okay, so if I copy it and in the DB SQLite, if I go to execute SQL and if I paste it and run it, you will see the updated the books part updated is like available copies are updated. You will see it is decreased by one uh, because three different users or the members have borrowed one book, one like three different books. Okay, so that's why these books copies are available copies are decreased. Okay, so now in the next I will show you like if the first part. Now see if the first member is did not return the book at a time, so that's why the fine is charged 100 rupees. But the next member, like the second member, have returned the book, that's why it is paid by default. By default it is paid, and no, by default it is paid because he's returned the book, like he or she returned the book and the amount is 0. Okay, so if I copy this, so in other way to add bulk records, I will copy this. You can choose the first option also, but for adding bulk records, this is the best way. Okay, only writing the fields with the insert into find statements one time, and then the values will be directly you can write it, and if you execute it, it is executed. Okay, and if you go to the finds table now, you will see two records have been added, and in the borrowed table you will see three records have been added. Who borrowed the book and which book they have borrowed, all are recorded. Now I will execute some normal queries. Okay, so basically I have added the records, all the records in the find table. I have updated the available copies, whoever have borrowed the copies, so I have decreased the available copies from the library. Okay, I have like initiated fines also, who did not return the book in the library in the specific time, and also I've inserted the borrowed record also, records in the borrowed records in the borrow records table also, records in the book table also, records in the members table also, and created 4 different tables also. Okay, now I will fire some basic queries. Okay, so now this part. Okay, these are called clauses. Why select is what select is responsible for? Responsible for fetching the data. Means select star from members. Star means we need to fetch all the members from the table. Okay, and star means it will show us all the fields. Okay, for that specific member. Okay, if I copy it, and you will see, and if I now execute this query, and you will see output will come because we are using select is basically used to fetch the data from a table. All fields will come, see, with the all members, see, all the fields is. But I need to specify, I need to see some specified fields only, or sorry, specified columns or attributes only. I don't need to see this much. So what I will do, I will mention the fields name, oh sorry, the column names, full name and membership type I need to watch. Okay, so what I need to do, the select, what select does, select basically shows all the columns. If I execute, you will see full name and membership type is shown. Now if I go to book, same thing, select start from books, all the books will with all the columns it will show. And also, and for the selective, if you want to see the selective columns or the attributes, you can mention the attributes name. Okay, title and available copies I want to see from the books column, all the books. Okay, now from the borrowed record also same, you will execute, try it at your home or at your home. Okay, so now I want to provide some conditions. So you will see, select star from books. From books I will select all the records, like all the attributes or the columns where available copies is less than 5, means available copies uh, like less than 5 is there. Okay, less than 5 available copies is there in the library, that much, that book, whatever available copies less than 5 is there, that book I want to show, I want to see. Okay, so if I paste it, and you will see the book which has the available copies lesser than 5, that will be printed, will be shown. See, database concept is there, available copies total 5, but available total copies will 5, but available copies is 4, one book only. That's why all the fields, sorry, all the columns or the attributes came for that book only. Okay, now if I go to the here, now I want to see the members whose membership type is student. Who is a student means Rahul Sharma need to come. Okay, so all the columns will be there for, will be as a come as an come as an output for Rahul Sharma. See, only student. Okay, others are teacher or guest. Okay, now now this part, this is a very interesting part. Still this much I will explain you. So basically select star from books. Okay, I want to select star from books, means all the books I want to select with all the attributes, but ordered by available copies ASC, means order by, what order by does, it arrange in by default in descending order, but we have specified is ASC, means it will arrange in ascending order based on the available copies. Okay, so let's see, ascending means from smaller to larger. If I copy it and paste it, you will see, if I execute it, you will see based on the available copies it arranges the books. Okay, 4 means lower database concept, then 6 slightly greater data structure, then slightly greater 9 available copies Python basis. Okay, till this much I have explained you. In my next video I will explain you how joins in SQL works, what are the types of join, how many types of joins are there, and I will explain you how we can uh, execute conditions with the help of group like clause in joins, how we can use ordered by for arranging in joins also. Okay, what, why the join is responsible, why responsible, like for what work the join is responsible, why it is very important for interview also, that this all thing I will explain you in my next video along with firing the query for joins also. Okay, till then, bye bye.